I think we can confidently say that PSG and Barcelona are showtime football. These two teams are exquisite to watch. You paid the big money to watch these two teams play. You paid the big money, right? You see excellent football from PSG, just pressing, continuously creating chances. Vitinha, an absolute baller. We'll talk about the PSG game, getting a 3-1 win over Aston Villa, and Barcelona dismantling, destroying, annihilating poor old Borussia Dortmund 4-0. And both teams are just scintillating in different ways. Different ways, and it's wonderful to see because people talked about on Sunday, football is dead. Yeah, that's what's going to happen when you watch Manchester City against Manchester United in 2025. That's what's going to happen. Watch proper football, people. The UCL never disappoints. That's where the ballers show up, and that's where the elite football is. So let's get into both games. Get your thoughts in the comments down below. Who was the MVP for tonight? Is it Kvara, Lamine Yamal? Could I throw in Fermin Lopez? Nuno Mendes? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Let's first start off with Barcelona. 4-0 over Borussia Dortmund. I actually thought Dortmund created a lot of good chances in the first half. Guirassy at the back post. There was a couple of chances for Gittins. And Dortmund, look at their lineup. They didn't really have a good balance in the midfield because Pascal Gross and Sabitzer were missing in this game. Julian Brandt had to basically play as a double pivot. And it was kind of a lot of work for Felix Emecha in the midfield because he's like the only defensive-minded midfielder. And Barcelona took advantage of it in the second half especially. But Borussia Dortmund were in the game in the first half. Barca were not defending the best, I thought, in the first half, but they get the goal. Now look, Rafinha, I rate stat padding. I really do, because when you're on for the Ballon d'Or, you got to get all the goals possible. That should have been Kvaratskhelia goal, people. Let's be honest here. Now, I'm not going to lie, I thought he looked offside, but I'm not going to say anything about the VAR and the offside, because they at least got the automatic offside technology. So go with UEFA. But to me, that looked offside. Nonetheless, Rafinha, quality, tap-in goal, stat padding, rated highly. Second half then, because the game was pretty even, I thought, in the first half. Yeah, Barcelona created a couple of decent opportunities. Then the second half, not a contest. That was like Manny Pacquiao against Ricky Hatton. When was it? 2007, 2008, when Ricky Hatton got knocked out in the second round by Manny Pacquiao. It wasn't a contest there, people. The football played by Barcelona, the counterattacks, the team goals, Lamine Yamal balling, Fermin Lopez, by the way. Fermin Lopez in the UCL? See, when I watched the Olympics last year in the football tournament, I was like, wow, Fermin Lopez, this guy's going to be an unbelievable footballer. Hasn't been his best season, but in the UCL, this guy performs, and he was, I thought, really great today, even though he should have had 2 goals. The great layoff by Lamine Yamal to him at the edge of the box, and the other chance where he had at the back post where he skied over the bar. But hey, man, Barcelona, that second half, from Lewandowski getting 2 goals. By the way, if you people didn't know this, Lewandowski, I think he has scored now 29 goals against Borussia Dortmund. That is the most goals Lewandowski has scored against any club. And it has to be his old club in Borussia Dortmund. Lewandowski getting 2 goals, wonderful assist from Fermin Lopez and Rafinha. By the way, that cross from Lamine Yamal towards the back post to Rafinha, and then Rafinha laying it off to Lewandowski, scintillating goal. The fourth goal, I mean, I don't know what Anton is doing there. I don't know what really Borussia Dortmund are doing there in possession. They're just all over the place. Wonderful ball by Rafinha, toe poke by Lamine Yamal, 4-0. Tie's done. Tie's done. There is no doubt about it. If this was Barca from 2017 to 2019, maybe you could have a little bit of apprehension. Like, okay, we're not fully done yet. No, this is done. This is a new Barcelona. And I've been saying this entire season. 2025, Barcelona are absolutely amazing to watch because they can play such various ways. Down the wings, down the middle, with Pedri and Fermin Lopez's combination play, Lewandowski dropping deep to receive the ball, either than Lamine Yamal playing it out wide to Rafinha with the back post cross. This team could hurt you in various ways. It is so difficult to defend against this Barca team, and that's why they're so exciting to watch. And I mean, with the way the front 3 are moving, this front 3 are moving like Migos. Right now, Quavo, Takeoff, and Offset. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Who is Offset, who is Takeoff, and who is Quavo of the front 3 for Barcelona? Because these guys, they keep on scoring. What is it now? Like almost 120 goals scored this season by Barcelona. 120 goals almost. That is just absurdity what this front 3 have been doing. And defensively, they looked a lot better in the second half. Even Araujo coming onto the field and putting two massive blocks to deny a goal for Borussia Dortmund. And look, for Borussia Dortmund, their inconsistency has caught up to them. Now, they've gotten a little bit more consistent under Niko Kovac in the Bundesliga, and they're trying to go for the top four to get UCL football for next year. But today, I just thought it was naive tactics from Niko Kovac. Yes, you can play an open style of football, but Borussia Dortmund just looked defeated even before they got on the field. Like, the mentality of this team was dead. Whereas, okay, you got to fight to at least get a 1-goal loss. That's all you need to do if you're Borussia Dortmund. Go away to Barca, 1-goal loss, take it back to your crib. And instead, they just sat back and were naive defensively. Now, Nico Schlotterbeck going down with an injury for the rest of the season, massive loss, because the guy is one of the best defenders in the Bundesliga. That hurts them. Obviously, other players like Sabitzer, Pascal Gross going down, it doesn't help this team. But Borussia Dortmund, Niko Kovac, it's just been the story of their season. They can't defend, and once they feel adversity, they crumble. And yeah, they're pretty much done for this Champions League season, and Barca rightfully should be going to the semi-final because they have been the best team by far in Europe this season. Now, we'll talk about the next team and see if they have an argument for it. But I'm loving this Barca team. That's why I said way back in October, people, when Barcelona destroyed Real Madrid in the El Clasico 4-0, I said this team can win the treble. Champions League semi-final, Copa del Rey final against Real Madrid, and currently leading La Liga. I think they might be doing it, people. They keep playing like this. It's not even about the attack, but defensively, they're just willing to defend, putting in blocks, defensive high line working perfectly. The Hansi Flick and this entire team is a magical joy to watch, and that's why they are one of the highlight teams of this season. Love this Barca team. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And let's go to the other game then. PSG winning 3-1, getting a third goal late thanks to Nuno Mendes, and that could be pivotal in this tie. Aston Villa take the lead, and we knew what Unai Emery and Aston Villa were going to do in this tie. Sit back, especially away from home at the Parc des Princes, sit back and defend valiantly for 90 minutes. Same thing as Liverpool have done, Atletico, PSV, all the teams that travel away to PSG and have been trying to do this season, just sitting back. But there is something with this PSG team, and that's why they are another team like Barcelona, Showtime FC. Showtime FC is here. Now, Aston Villa get the goal. Great play from John McGinn. Nuno Mendes sloppy on the ball. Rashford plays it into Tielemans. Tielemans back post to Rodgers. Tap in. Easy there. PSG then said, okay, cool. That's cool. You can take the goal. You can take the lead. It's okay, Aston Villa. We'll give you a little bit of an edge here. What PSG did after conceding the goal is nothing short of Fujiball, people. Again, people talked about football is dead. Where is the stars? Where is the individual brilliance? Desiree Doue, step up. Please, rise to the occasion. Rise to the... Didier Deschamps is watching. Lavezzi and Pastore, two PSG icons under this Qatari ownership, are there. And Desiree Doue said, cool, I'm just going to absolutely lash this ball off the crossbar and in. Desiree Doue, take a bow, man. And overall, his play, he's just a joy to watch. Same thing as like a Cherki, a Lemignon. There's so many good players in this world, people, but people don't want to appreciate it. They don't want to appreciate it because they just want to have the negative highlights out there for footballers. But Desiree Doue, during the Champions League season, especially the knockout stages, unbelievable performances over and over again. But there is a player that if you've been subscribed to this channel for a very long time, you will know is one of my favorite players in the world. Kvaratskhelia. I'm so proud. I feel like a proud father because when he signed for Napoli, I knew he was going to ball out. I didn't think he was going to be Serie A player of the season and help Napoli win the Scudetto. But I knew this kid, when I was watching him for Georgia national team, I was like, no, this guy is unstoppable with the ball at his feet. And what he just did to Axel Disasi, sent him to the adoption center, changed his name to Axel Kvaratskhelia. First off, it's the fake shot. Then it's the ball roll with basically his studs to put onto his left foot. His weak foot, people. Weak foot. And off the post and in. That is one of the best goals you have seen this season. That is individual brilliance from Kvaratskhelia, Desiree Doue right there. Kvara, people, we just need to stand here for a minute and just clap. Because that was football right there, people. What Kvara did, that was football. I mean, the individual brilliance and just he's just so difficult to defend in those one-on-one situations. You don't know whether he's going left, right. You don't know whether it's going to be a step over, a ball roll. You don't know whether he's going to take the shot on his right foot, left foot. Kvaratskhelia, when he's psyche, when he's in mode, unstoppable player. And he showed it today against Aston Villa. Great goal from him. Now, all PSG just needed was that third goal. Now, granted, Aston Villa did have a couple of chances in that second half on the counterattack. Rodgers, most notably, where his shot was too weak. Straight at Donnarumma, was pretty easy for Donnarumma right there. All Aston Villa had to do was just take a 1-goal loss and take it back to Villa Park. And then Nuno Mendes stepped up. Wonderful play from Dembele just to find, because that was the issue for PSG in this game a lot, is because Aston Villa were just basically an 8-man wall defensively. They were just everybody's in the box, at the edge of the box, just trying to defend all the passing lanes for PSG. They got frustrated, PSG. You could tell a little bit. But that one individual brilliant play from Dembele plays into Nuno Mendes, fakes off from his left foot onto his right foot, and gets it past Donnarumma. And PSG deservedly take a 3-1 lead back to Villa Park. And wow, this PSG team, again, showtime. But it's different from Barcelona. I feel like with Barcelona, yes, they have the individual talents of a Lamine Yamal, Pedri, Lewandowski, Rafinha. But PSG, it's like every goal is just unreal. Harlem Globetrotter stuff out there from this PSG side. And that's why, for me, we all criticized them for many years. Oh, you're relying on too many superstars. They're not going to get you over the line. The Neymars, the Mbappes, Messi's, Cavani, Zlatan, even though those guys did well at PSG. But this team is a nucleus. They are so good when they're in the flow and they have that fluid play in the attacking front line. And in the midfield with Vitinha, João Neves, Fabian Ruiz, the two fullbacks just bombing forward with Hakimi and Nuno Mendes. It is so difficult for any team in this world to defend against. I would love to see them go up against Arsenal or Inter. I would love to see that for PSG. But PSG, I felt like a little bit, they were relying too much on the individual brilliance. But then that third goal, I was like, no, this team is okay. When you give this team space, you're going to get killed. You're going to get killed. So now it's going to be fascinating to see how Unai Emery is going to set up in that second leg. Is he going to bring Ollie Watkins into the starting 11? Will he go with Asensio maybe in the 10? Rodgers out wide on the right? Unai Emery's got to go for it, and that might play into the hands of PSG. Marquinhos returning because he got too many yellow cards, if memory serves me right. It's all working in PSG's favor. They got 90 minutes now to just hang on, valiantly defend like they did at Liverpool, and PSG will deservedly get to the semifinals. But let me know your thoughts, people. PSG and Barcelona, scintillating performances once again from these two teams who have, for me, been the two best teams in 2025. 2024, you could give some criticism to Barca and PSG. They went through a little bit of a slump. 2025, no doubt about it, these two teams are the best right now in Europe. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Remember to follow me on all the socials. You can find those links in the description down below. But have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. Till next time, adios.